Hey, so some of you might be familiar with this book, One Up Wall Street by Peter Lynch. One key takeaway from this book is a concept called scuttlebutt. Now, what exactly is scuttlebutt, right? So it's essentially a process or a method where you, as an investor, you go and talk to the management of the company, the customers, the suppliers, their competitors, their employees, and gain some really good insights. So essentially, you go and do some ground level research and get some first hand information on your own, right? So that is scuttlebutt. Okay. So now, a lot of new investors who read this book, they get excited and they think this is really cool and they try to employ it and make decisions from it, right? Now that is not going to work, right? And the reason why scuttlebutt is not going to work is because one, it depends on the size of the market, right? So any product or service that you're trying to do scuttlebutt on, you need to understand what is the size of the market, right? So for instance, let's say there's a brand new biscuit that's been introduced, and you're going to do some research on it, right? So it doesn't make any difference if you go and talk to people, let's say a couple of dudes in a tea shop in some remote corner in India. So you don't go walk up to them and ask them what they think about Parle G or some kind of a glucose biscuits, right? Now, of course, they will have opinions, they will have their share about what they have to say, and these are meaningful information, but it's not going to make any difference to a Parle G or a Britannia, right? Or any biscuit manufacturer for that matter, right? Because the biscuit industry in India is huge. The unit economics is very different. Each biscuit probably costs 10 rupees or 20 rupees a packet, and it doesn't make much difference what two dudes sitting in a tea shop think about it, right? So that's one point. The other point where why scuttlebutt doesn't make sense is it's important to understand what share of the company's revenue is made up by this product, right? So, for instance, if a company is having a revenue of 100 crores, and if this product throughout this year can generate a couple of crores of revenues, then it doesn't matter, right? Even if this product sells like hotcakes, it doesn't really move the needle much in terms of the company's overall revenue growth, right? A 2 crore business growing to 4 crore doesn't make doesn't make any significant upward movement for a company who is already making a 100 crore revenue, right? So you just move from 100 to 104 crores. Of course, assuming everything else remains the same, it still doesn't make much of a difference, right? So the research, the time you spent on doing scuttlebutt is not worth it, right? So just thought of sharing this. Hope you find useful. Stay tuned for more such information.